Hi, this is Brad and Steph from the Bodysmith, and welcome to the first edition of the Bodysmith Q&A. Today we're going to answer a question that was presented to us on Facebook.
So our first question is from Paulissa. She states, I get nauseous when I'm doing ab work, no matter how long it's been since a meal or if I do it on an empty stomach. That is the only time I get nauseous when working out. Any thoughts or suggestions?
Now, Paulissa, there could be a whole lot of reasons why this could happen, and without knowing a whole lot more about your individual circumstances, we're just going to throw out some possibilities that maybe you haven't thought of and would like to try.
Now we'll start with nutrition. We know you mentioned that regardless of your timing of meal, whether you ate right before your workout or worked out on an empty stomach, that doesn't seem to affect your nauseated feeling. And that's good that you notice this, but you can also look at what foods you're eating. A lot of us tend to eat the same things over and over, so you could be eating a similar food item that just isn't agreeing with you.
Yeah, that's an important one. It's always important to eat before a workout, and I remember once when I was much younger, one of my workout partners, every day we would work out hard in the morning, and every day he'd go to the bathroom and throw up. And, I'd ask him, well, did you eat breakfast? He'd say, oh, yeah. And so this kept going on and on until finally I asked, well, what are you eating for breakfast? Well, his breakfast was always a banana and a Diet Coke. So we can see how that might upset your stomach when doing rigorous exercise. So, examine what you are eating.
There's also a few other things you can look at: hydration levels and sleep. I had a client who would get nauseous when working out, and we discovered that those were the two factors affecting her. Now with hydration, if your body is dehydrated, what this does is, because about 75% of our body is composed of water, and a lot of that is in our blood, what will happen is our blood vessels will constrict in order to maintain our blood pressure. So in short, that can throw off and make you feel nauseated. And also with lack of sleep, if we're sleep deprived, this can throw off our hormone levels, this can throw off our adrenal glands, and those things can affect us and make us feel nauseated as well.
Yeah, I think you had a client that you traced this back to. Mm-hmm. Another thing to look at too are what types of abdominal exercises is this occurring during. Now, without again knowing exactly what you're doing, we can assume that you're doing abdominal exercises on the floor or on a stability ball perhaps. Now, a sudden change in posture, going from a seated to a standing position or from a standing to a lying position, can cause what's called a postural hypotension. This changing position causes the blood pressure to drop suddenly, and that can cause a nauseated feeling as well. Also, if you're lying on the ground and doing crunch type exercises or again over a stability ball, this could be as simple as a form of motion sickness. So something to try is, when you're doing these exercises, pick a fixed point on the ceiling or on the wall and try to maintain focus there, because that could help. Could also be an inner ear problem. If you've had any sort of ear issues, that could also cause a almost vertigo-like feeling or nausea. I've had experience with this as well. Another thing to ask yourself is, do you ever get dizzy or this same nausea feeling when you look up, like let's say to see an airplane fly overhead or to reach something out of a cupboard? If you do get this, you look up and you get a dizziness or a nausea, that could be a serious problem called vertebral artery occlusion. That's a possibility, so it's something to look at.
Yeah, with any of these, it's always best to kind of take notes like what you have been doing with your timing of meals. And if some of these things we've mentioned don't help, consult your physician.
Yeah,
get tested for certain.
That's things. Always a good policy as well. So, Paulissa, hopefully we helped you a little bit here today. And if you have any more questions, you can contact us at www.thebodysmith.com.
Thanks.